Okay.
In terms of leadership. It may be the exemplar. So.
Okay, so in terms of the importance of teams and the group, collaboration, cooperation?
Absolutely not.
None.
Individual silos, working in silos.
Yeah, that's coming through loudly and clearly. What about an attention to detail and maintaining quality?
I'm going to have to say there was neither of those.
Okay.
It's one reason we're not going to be reaccredited.
Okay. And you said that because of the role of Dr. Harris in that, in quality, maintaining or having an attention to quality, or the employees as a group, just it was not a value that was important to the group?
The employees as a group had that sense of quality and wanting to not only maintain quality, but value add things to the institution. But again, there was no encouragement to innovate, just the opposite. There was no encouragement to value add. It was an assumption that we were Manly Hall's organization and we were maintaining. And so the employees I know had that because they're doing it now. But they were not allowed to express those concerns with quality and detail.
Okay.
For example, Dr. Harris made our tech person the registrar.
Because there were some overlapping skill sets?
No. And the registrar was a rock musician who learned tech and came here and did tech, and he loved tech, but Dr. Harris made him the registrar, so he was kind of a genius, so he ended up farming it out subtly to Frank and to Kelly, and so...
Okay, the registrar was the genius?
In the sense that he was in over his head, and he used other people as life preservers.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That happens. Sometimes you get promoted above the level of your competence, right?
Yeah, it wasn't even a promotion. It was just an additional set of tasks.
Okay. It sounds like it's very difficult to untangle the qualities that Dr. Harris possessed from a sense of what it was like to work here, what the culture was like. Is that accurate?
It was him, yeah. That's what I mean by that old model, where the institution reflects the man, and it is always a man.
Okay. And so if I were to ask you why the working environment was the way that it was, it would be because of him.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about his predecessor?
Manly Hall? I don't know enough to say.
Okay. You had said earlier that the idea was to keep the UPR running, keep the organization that Manly Hall created, and just keep that running without changing it, innovating, shaking things up much.
The only thing he shook up was to stop people from coming on campus, because they invariably cause trouble.
Oh,
that was very different. Basically, the Manly Hall institution shut down.
Okay.
In terms of activity here, the publication continued.
Okay.
And then the outreach then went online to the university.
Okay, without allowing people to actually physically come. Okay, well, that's interesting.
Right.
Okay. At that time, what was the purpose of UPR?
Of the university? To continue Manly Hall's vision.
Which was?
We now call it practical and profound wisdom, but it was basically to search the traditions of the world for wisdom in the old philosophical sense as philosophia, the love of wisdom.
Okay.
Without partisanship, without dogma. The method was look at anything, any tradition, any area of the globe, any discipline,
Okay.
to find wisdom.
Okay. Do you have a visitor? No. You can recognize silhouettes as they pass?
I usually can. Look like somebody put a cigarette out on them. Anyway,
Oh,
I don't know.
okay. So then let's shift to what it's like here now. You just mentioned that there, in terms of the purpose, there have been some more words added to refine it a little further, the practical and profound wisdom.
Yeah.
Is that the only change to the purpose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the impression I wanted to fight was that it was a secret society.
Oh, where did that impression lie?
From Manly Hall's main text, The Secret Teachings of All Ages.
Oh. Oh, so from the words that he used,
Yes.
that impression came.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so that's why I wanted the institutions, the university, to be public facing, as opposed to the society, because the society can be anything and it can be weird.
Yeah.
But a university, we kind of know what a university is and does.
Right.
Right. And so our new slogan is practical and profound wisdom. We want the profound part. We still want to dig into these traditions, but we want to make sure it's applicable, which was Manly Hall's mission and work too. But that's what happened after he died. People wanted to make it a thing.
Yeah. Okay. So what is it like to work here now? As best as you can, both integrate and you are among the people who are employed here, right?
Yeah.
So you are part of the organization. You're also in a position of leadership for that organization. So let's try if we can to separate what you want from how you believe it is for you as an employee and from what you can tell for your fellow employees.
Well, I think that's pretty easy to do, and it's objective. I mean, we can talk subjective, but it's pretty objective.
Okay.
There are no longer any part-time employees.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. There's one, the AV guy.
Okay.
When I came on board, the first thing I did was move every position to a salaried position.
Okay.
And to give them professional titles and responsibilities.
Okay.
So instead of everybody running around trying to get their hours and clocking in and out and trying to get overtime, it's just madness. I present my first board meeting. I said, we're going to have to invest in the people here.
Okay.
They haven't had a raise in 5 years.
Oh gosh. Okay.
The people who have been here that long. If we treat them as hourly employees, we get hourly work. So let's make them professional, salaried positions, and let's let them run. And they have.
Okay.
So again, that's objective.
Okay. And what did that do? How did that change the way it felt to work here?
Yeah, people felt invested. They didn't feel like it was a part-time job because it wasn't.
Okay.
It was their professional identity now.
Okay.
Even though the salaries were poor, we did bump them a little bit. And honestly, it feels like it's a joy to work here. But I wonder sometimes if it's because I'm cut off now from the rest of the staff.
Okay.
Like Kelly often reminds me, because I still feel like one of them because of what we went through, and I still act like that sometimes, and Kelly has to remind me, you're the president, so stuff you say, it comes across differently. And I'm like, right.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm still one of you, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you're not. So here's what I wonder. It's utter joy for me to work here, but I don't know if that's true for them.
Yeah.
Because I'm now cut off from that dialogue that they have and that experience they have. Where I was part of that experience before, now I'm not.
Yeah.
And so I often think, am I having a blast and everybody else is miserable?